NCS. Ja. Kijk dat je het NCS. Kijk dat je het NCS.
Bro, I don't know. They're going through something.
Yeah. NCS.
Woo! This is like after 5 stop losses got hit, bro.
Alright. Chad, we've got a special guest here today. I don't know if you know this young gentleman here, called Keegan Van Dijk. We had to fly him in today. Miles is just doing some running repairs. But Chad, how you guys doing? Everyone doing well here? Let's just check the Chad. Everyone ready for the day? Keeks, you ready for the day?
I'm ready, bro. Someone was telling me the cracker it actually works in London session on gold.
Really?
So maybe we get
Who told you that? Who told you that? Chad, if you guys didn't know, Thursday is Keegan's birthday, so I want you guys to absolutely break his Instagram. Just put it in your reminders. I'm not getting him anything for his birthday. I'll just get him a roll of toilet paper. What do you get? What do you give somebody that already has everything they want? No, I'm kidding. But Chad, we're going to get going here as always every morning. One thing that I do every single day is I give my first part of the day before I drink a coffee, before I have my cereal, whatever. I come and sit and I do my quiet time. I do my daily devotional and I pray for my entire family, for everyone at the office, the business, everything. And I was thinking about it last night, and I think some of you, and again, not a recommendation, but some of you need to give that first part. There's just something different where you honor God in the first part of your day. Before doing anything else, you just give God that first part of your day and just watch how things will change in your life, all right? Don't just do it when you go through difficult times. Do it even though times are good, because we in life tend to, when things go good, then all of a sudden it's like, I'm not going to do the quiet time. I'm not going to pray, all of this. And then when things start going bad again, and it's like, oh, now you're praying again. All right, God is not a vacuum cleaner you take out when things are dirty. It's a relationship. It's an ongoing walk, okay? Just thought I'd share that with you guys. That was sitting on my heart from yesterday. So, challenge maybe for you guys. Do your quiet time first thing in the morning. Give God the first part of the day. See how the rest of the day will go. But with that being said, we are going to pray now, Chad. Let's get ready. Father, we just want to thank you for another incredible day here. Thank you for bringing each and every one of our members back safely here. We pray that you will give myself and Keegan wisdom, insight, a clear mind to do what we do here. And we pray that you will bless us, keep us, protect us. Also go with our families as they go about our days. about their day. We pray for your hand of protection and your hand of blessing over them. Father, we pray that you will send forth your angels to form a hedge of protection around them. And we just thank you. We want to honor you. We want to give glory to your name in everything we do. We pray that we will not be boastful in any gifts that we have received from you, because it's honestly just your grace and your mercy that has put us where we are today. And we want to thank you for that. And with hearts of gratitude, we pray that this will be a blessed session, and we ask this in the mighty name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And if you believe it, Chad, you can drop an amen now.
Amen.
Amen. Keeks believes it. Incredible, incredible. Chad, let's get going here. Almost wanted to preach there for you guys. Do apologize. This is still a trading stream, but we do give the first part of the day to God. So, Chad, nothing much really. We've got factory orders a little bit later. That's level 2 news. And then later tonight, NZD. So we are just going to continue working what we have with DT, the Trump tariffs, and see where we are. So yesterday, closing bearish, closing that gap. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Some of you guys didn't really know how to trade gaps or how to see it, but we'll talk a little bit later there. Currently for me, I'm going to be neutral, because I don't know if you guys remember on the weekly, we are technically bullish. We expected to trade into that zone there on the weekly. We basically tapped our weekly target. We rejected there, now closing the gap. So it's going to take maybe another day or two for the daily to give us some clear direction. This bearish daily candle is not really... it's not giving us a lot of clues, because we're technically still in between two ranges, all right? This is your lower range, that's your upper range. So I cannot, honestly, Chad, I cannot say I'm confidently bullish or bearish. One thing I can note is that we rejected the daily pivot. We're back in the Asia range, quite a tight little Asia range, and now we've got a gap up again. So I'm going to say we're going to need to monitor Asia highs and lows. That's going to be our key for today. And then we will establish what we're going to do there. But I'm completely neutral on the day. US 30 daily for me, nice and firmly bullish. We are bullish on the week, all right? I spoke about that bullish weekly wick fill. And then on the daily as well, closing bullish yesterday, back into this range, Chad. We spoke about these two ranges here. So now potentially what we can do is we technically have actually 3 ranges. If you think about it, that flat body area there is a support area. So these are our 3 ranges. If we reject here, we'll continue down to go and test that flat body support area. If we start holding above here, we will start moving to that upper zone. So 3 ranges. Let me just do this quickly. We've got range 1. We've got range 2. Hello. Okay. And then we've got range 3. Okay. So those are our 3 ranges that we need to monitor. Going on the lower time frame, what do we have? We've got Asia lows taken. Just clean that up.
Sorry, bro. I know I'm interrupting you here quickly. Did you know FTMO just bought a Ender?
I saw it. It was on Finance Magnet.
Holy crap, bro.
That's after owning 2 of the biggest liquidity providers already. So Oana is small fry. They literally a prime broke. They bought 2 prime brokers. All right, Chad. US 30 closing, holding the EQ. There's your daily pivot. There's your 200 EMA. There's your Asia lows. So what I'm gonna say here is if we can start holding back inside the Asia range, I'm going to look for those longs into that previous daily high. And if I start entering some longs here, what I'm going to look for is if we can start trading above that zone. That is that daily range, that range 2. But also what I will state is if we start rejecting Asia lows, I will actually go for the short idea, okay? That is 2 things, because we did actually broke cleanly below Asia lows. It was a nice aggressive move. So those are my 2 ideas. Buys above, sells if we reject. NASDAQ daily, let's look at NASDAQ on the daily. Nice and firm bullish candle closure. Still going to be relatively neutral on NASDAQ. Let's check the lower time frames. There's your Asia lows. There's your EQ holding. Keys, did anyone send messages taking the EQ strat?
Grabber.
Yeah, must be quite a few guys. But same here, Chad. Asia lows, if we reject, might look for lower prices. Otherwise, we're going to look for a close back in the range and then for this to start moving up. Just browsing Asia closing. Let me just check. Nikkei closing positive 0.7. Hang Seng up almost 2.5%. So Asia stocks also rallying after that recovery from the US market. Daily on gold for me is still bullish. It's still super bullish. One thing that I do like, and why I'll be bullish today as well, is that yesterday's daily actually broke the lows first and now closed bullish. So we cannot be bearish on gold as of yet. And what I'm going to look for on gold is very simple. If we can close back inside the Asia range, I'm going to start looking long. There's your previous weekly high, currently rejecting. And then shorts for me, I would say only below the session low here, because there's your 200 EMA. Then this might gravitate towards the 200 EMA. But ideally, I want to say I like the idea of us coming back into the range. Otherwise, we can trade the shorts as well. GU on the daily, massive recovery, massive recovery here. And we actually spoke about this in our prep call as well, where we said we technically on a line chart, we've actually flipped this bearish order flow. So yesterday with that gap, things obviously got a little bit spicy here. But now we basically back inside of this range here. So this is your range 1. Let's do this quickly. How much time do we have? Okay, we've got time. This is your range 1. And then this is your range 2. Okay, so these are the two ranges that we are currently working with. There's your 1-400 that currently is holding. And then I think if we start getting above this flat body resistance and support area here, I do think we can start moving into range 2. And then the lower time frames, beautiful. So let's see if we can hold this zone. Then I will go for longs. We're holding the daily pivot. We're holding above the previous weekly low after spiking that. We're holding the round numbers. So I want to see if we can get something close by to the Asia lows. Asia gang, where are you guys? Rooks and Linden, I think, are already in. Those two naughty gentlemen there, either from the pivot or here. But that is the idea. And then last one, GJ, massive recovery from that zone. What is that zone? That is the weekly zone we spoke about. We said that we are technically in this bigger weekly range. Let me take everything off here. This is your weekly range on GJ. We said that if we can hold the low here, we are most likely going to trade all the way back in the range. But first up, we've got this 194.50 to get through. But we are still stuck in a weekly range. Daily for me now is we took the previous daily low, closing strong bullish. I like the long scenario. We're just going to need to get through 193. Major level. Once we are through 193, look left with me, minor support area. Here it acted as resistance. We broke structure from there. Let me do that. So 193 for me today is going to be super critical. Looking on the lower time frames, let me just put the Asia range back. We are back in the Asia range. There's your previous daily high. There's your 193. There's your Asia high. So I'm going to say above here, guys. If we can start trading above this zone, let's give it a different color. That zone there. If we can start trading and holding above that zone, I'm going long for the daily R1. We tested the pivot beautifully, so we are going for the R1. If we start rejecting this 193 area and this previous daily high, I might look short, but currently I am leaning towards the long side for that daily R1. But Chad, that is my rapid fire analysis. Over to you, my brother.
Yeah, okay, guys. So I actually missed the trade I wanted to take. I was looking at it, and this thing just started running. But we'll get into it shortly, where we can basically re-enter for it. But yeah, let's look at the dollar very quickly. I'm still pretty much bullish, guys. So when we look here, very simply, obviously we had that massive gap, so we came down, we closed that. This again, we're at that monthly pivot, so you guys will know I always preach to the guys. We want to trade to a monthly pivot, to trade away from a monthly pivot. So I'm still going to stay on the weekly, as you can see, a very neutral outlook, because the two things that are going to happen now. Today, we're either going to have this retest or this hold after we had the gap closure yesterday now, and continue bullish basically the rest of the time. Otherwise, if we close bearish underneath here again today, then I think we are going to see that bearish momentum. But I am more bullish long-term fundamentally. Sorry, guys, something's like irritating my sinus here today. But definitely going to stay bullish for myself personally. Again, that's just more the fundamental analysis on that side of it. So I really want to see, as I say, that test, that hold, and then go bullish. Keep in mind, every single day we've got red folder, high impact news for the dollar. So it's going to be very, very interesting for us. And then we look at the lower time frames, again, a little bit of a small gap, so we can have the idea of that small test. But we have traded up daily pivot, kind of just closing underneath that weekly R1 and then coming back down. So if we find support here, even a little fake out of those lows, taking it at the monthly, then we can see that move again to the top side. But once we start trading and holding under that monthly pivot, I will start flipping to the bearish side of it. NASDAQ, as you guys know, I don't personally like trading indices in London, so I most likely won't touch any of that now. But the same thing over here. So we obviously stayed bullish, but I said to everyone when we looked at the weekly, there was a very good chance of us coming back for the retest. So you guys would see this was obviously this previous all-time high area, so that's quite a key area for us. So I wanted to see the retest of that level, which is exactly what we got. So not much of a top wick at the moment, but same thing. If we are now holding that key area, we are holding the monthly pivot, same thing. We can trade off of it and go bullish after the fact. So we'll see how this plays out. If this definitely starts to hold now, we can obviously see the grubber coming into play. So Asia highs, Asia lows. The retest, sweep of the lows. That's the 2 ticks. The third tick, test the EQ. There was your test of the EQ. Holding above, and then you would have gone long. So EQ, the grubber kick playing out literally perfectly on NASDAQ. Now, simple thing, again, from the EQ, you would obviously be break even at this point. But again, what's the next rule? Asia highs untested. That was the side that was untested. So you will be targeting Asia highs. So definitely, as I say, going to be a more of a bullish side on that. USD, almost a copy and paste. We are neutral, and that's purely because of the weekly analysis. Looking here now, again, you guys should remember what I said about this. We are neutral. That's purely coming down to what yesterday was going to happen. Obviously, that gap created something a bit more interesting, but the whole idea was still to have a test. Ideally, what we would have liked to see is on the weekly, if we took the lows, which we never did, we actually just came short of it. And then if we started to turn around. But when we look here on the daily, we did give us now that test. So that test of that psychological 44,000 key area. Turning bullish now, you can see we are back in the next key area. So we can hold support, same thing, weekly pivot. We can go bullish from this point onwards. Again, we always spoke about all-time high. So two things, and that's what makes this a bit more neutral, is you'll see the monthly pivots further down. We haven't tested that yet, so we either could go bearish, rejecting from here to go for that monthly pivot later in the week. Otherwise, we are going to trade bullish, as we we're talking about, with the idea of going for those all-time highs. Where I spoke to you, if you looked at end of last year when USD took the all-time highs, we took it, we saw a bit of a drive, and then literally for the next 3 weeks, we just drove down afterwards. And this could basically be the idea of what we could see with USD. So those for me are the two scenarios I'm basically in my head planning out to watch out for here with USD. But again, today, when we look on the lower time frames, literally a copy and paste of NASDAQ, Asia highs, Asia lows, the retest, the sweep of the lows, again, tested the EQ, holding the EQ, you'd run long. Again, and I think NASDAQ is looking actually better price action-wise, because that's already getting close to Asia lows. Yeah, we have to still get to Asia lows. We're holding the pivot. And obviously the same thing, Asia highs, previous daily high would be your target. Then gold, this is what I'm quite locked in for now today. We are bullish. We want to stay bullish. Obviously, new all-time highs again. So the previous all-time high level over there. And this is where it gets interesting for me, guys. Very, very simple for me. I'm going to be long, and purely for the sense of this area. So previous weekly high, previous all-time high. We want to see what happens at that level. Again, the same thing I spoke about. Gold did this last year. We took the all-time high, literally a copy and paste, guys. You can see this over here. We had it over there. When we took these all-time highs, we had there, you can see the spike came in, we failed, and then we just saw that drop off later at the time. So what we want to see here is almost the same thing. If we get here now, we had the spike. If we start to fail, we close, we hold under that previous all-time high. We can see that possible sell-off. We even see the weekly pivot. All of those areas are down here, and the monthly pivot all the way back down 27.40. So I'm not saying anything, but it is something I'm going to pay attention to. So if we get the buys here, big thing for me, buys up until the previous previous weekly high, and then this is either where it must break and drive for us to go back up to Asia highs. Otherwise, this thing can start to turn at that point. So a bit of an interesting one there for me, but that is what I'm going to be quite locked in for now with gold to see if we can get a possible trade there. And then GJ, since it is a London station, we'll have a look here quickly. GJ, I said to you guys now, I am neutral, and purely where this came in was obviously again yesterday's outlook. We were holding under the previous yearly pivot, so there you guys can see this was something we spoke about I think last week on and that's where the bearish outlook came. The yearly pivot is the same way we treat the other pivots, just a higher time frame, guys. So again, the fact we traded into it, we trade away from it. So we wanted to see the next day just went bearish immediately after the retest, and that's where we saw this nice sell-off come into play, and basically into this little level of support. Once we hit the support zone over here, just let me pull this out, you guys will see, there you go. Once we hit that support, that was a perfect test, and then came in bullish again. So back up to the monthly pivot. And that's why I'm going to say I'm neutral, is purely because we want to see what's going to happen when we get now to this test. We get back into the range. Do we test and go bearish, holding these little lower highs? Or are we going to turn around and go bullish from this point on, breaking above? So that's where we'll see that change in motion coming in here. Quite an interesting one. Again, keep in mind what's going to be interesting, why I said GJ and those things might for me going to a range, is Thursday you got the monetary policy statement for the pound. So that is going to be, again, a big one there for GJ, GU, and all of those pairs. So pay attention to those ones coming out. But when we look at it over here, for example, very simply, I want to say, again, if you know anything about the grabber kick, this is very similar. So you got Asia lows, Asia highs, Asia lows. You got a weekly pivot. You had the move that went down. We always spoke about it. If the EQ doesn't get tested, but the daily pivot gets tested, it's still the way we would count it as being verified. And almost a legit trade there. So holding that, getting back into the range. So I must say I agree with Chris. Next target for me would be Asia highs and then monthly pivot for a retest. So I would say I'm a little bit more bullish for the day in this sense, but then neutral once we get to, as I say, to the monthly pivot, and then see what happens from there. So yeah, that is my analysis, guys.
Kigo, thank you so much for that, my brother. Incredible scenes here this morning. Just want to send this. All right, Keegs the horn. Beautiful. All right, Chad, we are literally 1 minute and 40 seconds away from opening up these markets for the day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone is ready. Do hit that like button if you would be so kind. It supports the channel and yeah, just furthers the good work that we are trying to do here. Also, kindly note, as a disclaimer, these streams are purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please consult with your financial advisor before making any financial decision. Please do not follow anything we do on these streams. You will absolutely 100% guaranteed lose all of your capital if you follow a single thing we say or do here. So please keep your money safe and go to your financial advisor. Thank you so much for that disclaimer, guys. Alrighty, let's see.
Yeah, guys, as I said, I am quite locked in here for gold.
Are you locked in for gold?
I'm locked in for gold, bro.
Kigo.
Guys, we are just waiting to see what happens after market.
Okay, let's go split screen.
That Asia lows, then
Keeks,
we'll take it from there.
Sorry, just take it a little bit more right. We're on the split screen. There
we go.
Hey, chat. Wait, but why is mine? Check your screen is a little in my screen. Give me 1 second.
The screen is in your, what?
No, it's overlapping, yeah. Where's Kigo's screen?
Alright, guys, this is the light versus the dark over here right now.
Yeah, Steve, why is it doing that? Oh, there we go. All right, Chad, with that, markets are open and in motion. This is the official round 3. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
There we go, baby.
Round 1, fight.
Alrighty, Chad, there we go. Okay, DXY. I haven't even opened up my trading terminal. I think that's a good place to start. That's a very good place to start. If you want to take some smacks here at the market, gold right up at that Asia low level. Kigo, are you looking for a short, eh?
I'm actually looking for longs.
Longs, okay,
until
above
the
previous weekly high.
yeah, and then
Nice. Okay, I like that as well.
then that's basically the like I need to be break even because that can be the reversal point.
Chad, I'm gonna do something here on the 15 on GU. Is I'm actually gonna have a buy stop on the break of that bearish candle high. All right. That is what I'm gonna do here. So this is the idea. It's a little entry criteria, entry technique that I learned from Miles.
Sheesh.
I don't think he will.
Yeah, what the boys have been up to.
Yeah, so the idea is here, we broke above that. That's a bearish candle. We broke the previous 15 low. So now if this thing starts to flip bullish, we're going to see a lot of momentum come into the market. So again, please don't, Chad, don't do anything we do here. You will lose money. All right, we have to just make that 100% clear here. And I will honestly go for Asia highs, guys. I'm gonna literally ride this to Asia highs. That flat body resistance 27. That is where I'm going. That flat body here on the left, just below the 50. That is what we are doing. So if this doesn't work out, Miles will need to refund me. I'll just video call him now. Just tell him that he talked about this type 5. I want a refund.
Yeah, see if the top 5 can do some work, yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah, chat. Okay. That's the potential position for me there. Buy stops there currently. 15 pip stop, going for 27 pip target. I think once we get up to these levels here, that is where I will start to look what we do there. This type 5 played out yesterday on GJ after we got stopped at break even. Actually, yeah, it showed it to me. There's your minor little resistance area there. It took that previous 15 high and then broke that low, and then it went to our zone. So it's more or less the same idea here on GU. And then me and Keegs shares the same sentiment here on gold. If we can get back inside the Asia range.
I'm waiting for a little break above.
Okay. US 30 though is interesting. Yeah, we bounced off the EQ. If we get to the EQ again, would you look for re-entries or would you wait then for a break below?
Nah, for me, because then it's more of a possibility we're gonna break below.
Okay. Would you take the short then or not?
I would.
Or is it
off principle? Yes, but it's
because it's below the
trading
Asia?
London though. That's my only thing. Like and that's just going off stats. Like 90% of my like USD like losses is if I trade in London station.
Yeah, you need big coconuts to trade London, eh?
Hey, bro. It's a hard game. You gotta sit here and watch paint dry for like 3 hours. It's tough, bro. That's a whole nother mental game.
Alrighty. GJ currently rejecting that 193 zone. Okay, let's lock it in here. Gee, what is DXY? Yeah, DXY still in that range. US30 puking a little bit. You know that little escapade from Trump yesterday? My local portfolio got nuked by 13% in a day. Yes. 13%, dude. Yeah.
Some school fees there, bro.
Yo, let me actually look at it. Chat, I'm gonna check the chat now.
Oh, that's rough. That is rough.
No, dude, it's disgusting. Dude, I was up on Marafe almost, I think 20%, and in one day that thing flipped 30% down.
Ooh.
Let's actually check. Okay, no, things are still looking down. Things are still looking down, yeah. Yo, that man just nuked our entire market.
Jared, but aren't you in Project G, bro?
Who's that?
Jared Rieda.
I think it was. Jared was in Project G, if I'm not mistaken. Alrighty, chat. This is a very deep pullback. I'm still gonna keep it there. I'm gonna give it a couple of more minutes. The deeper, the better. So still. Otherwise, what's going to happen now is we'll most likely close bearish, holding the Asia lows. And then a little bit later, we're going to get something like this, a minor break of structure. So more or less the same entry. I'm just working off the idea that if we impulse to the upside now, because we've already tested it there. This is my idea. We already tested there. We already had this minor break of structure there. We already closed inside of this range here. So if it breaks there, it's going to move. We technically don't need another test of Asia lows. So that's the only reason I've got the buy stops there. Because there's already a nice little base established here. So I'm going to keep it here up until, I would say, 5 minutes left on this 15. 5. I'm not enjoying the Trump effect. Chad, I told you guys it's going to be a love hate. Kicks, what did I say initially? I said everyone was like, Trump
either is going to make you a lot of money or he's going to cost you a lot of money.
Yes. And I told you guys this. It's a love hate. You're going to love him the one day when you're in the right side of the market and all of a sudden you see you banging it. Or you're gonna get absolutely smoked. Yeah, Chad. While we wait for this position, Keeks, some guys got hurt on the standings here.
Oh.
Some guys 126%.
Huh? What?
126%.
100% USD buys.
64% win rate.
Yeah.
Percentage return 126. 10k account. Then biggest boss in second 102, and then Chlorny 80% in third. Siabonga GU. I think Siabonga is in the chat if I'm not mistaken. Fareed Mosley, Davern Foley,
Jordan FX.
Jordan FX. I think, is this our Jordan?
Yeah, that is our Jordan.
Chat, let me know. Drop a 1 if you are on the leaderboard here. Drop a 1 in the chat.
Yeah,
let's see.
Alan, I think you made the wrong call to park the bus at 26% or whatever you were at yesterday, bro.
Chad, where's Alan? Is Alan? Chad. Alan.
Yo.
Where's Alan, Chad?
Nah, bro, you know, that's the thing. 126%. That is stupid. But that is, you had a massive day on the markets yesterday, and that's someone that just full sent and held. I can tell you now, he literally just traded the gap closure.
Chad, that is disgusting.
Bro, that is sure.
No, you guys. Somebody hurt these guys. All right, Chad, I'm deleting the buy stops. Too close to the end of this 15. We're going to need to see what this 15 is doing. I'm not going to short this. 100% not going to short this. Just purely for the reason we held the daily pivot. We held the previous weekly low. For me now, personally, I can only short once we get below here. You see that zone there? That's the only zone that I can short from, because for me, understanding more or less how a weekly candle works is that I need to be back below the previous weekly low. Otherwise, no shorts for me. So I will just wait for price to set up here for us. And then also monitor the 30 potentially. So the 30 is going to close bearish as well. No, still 18 minutes left. Yeah, we're going to have to wait for a 15 minor break of structure here. All right. What is GJ doing? GJ is fighting here, guys. So I do believe once we get above here, I'm not going to... This range inside here for me is a little cock. I'll take it above there. And then gold. Yeah, gold is still relatively muted. Let's check here.
This candle gives us a nice break above.
Asia lows.
That's good.
Yeah, Asia lows, Asia lows. Yazid, this is the trading competition. So you can just log into your Vault Funder account. And then on the left-hand side, go to the competitions tab. It's free to enter. There, click the competitions tab, and then you can enter. So you'll see here, I've already registered. I haven't traded, but if you haven't yet registered, you just click register, and your account logins will be sent to you. Vault market spread on forex pairs is diabolical work. Yeah, you don't trade forex on Vault markets.
Indices probably the best in the game.
Yeah,
but forex pairs, that's a different story. That's where your mistakes were made.
That's where you draw the line. Hey Nazam, hope you're doing well, my brother. Let's see what's happening in the chat. What's happening in the chat? W analysis, purely edutainment. Chad, if we close weak bullish here, I'm actually going to replace those buy stops here in 20 seconds. Then I expect lift off here.
So gold, you leaving without us here?
Is gold pumping. Oh my goodness. So gold and GU. All right, Chad, GU. I'm going to re-enter those buy stops.
Chad, so I've entered on gold here. Oh, yeah, yes, this thing. Okay, Chad, we're really gonna half our risk. So we had a 30 pip stop. This thing's pumping, so we're really gonna half that now. We'll make it like a 15 pip. So we're already running half the risk we initially started with. When we hit this area over here, guys, that's I'm gonna go break even. So let's do that for you guys. Oof, we came just short on that. Chad, I am gonna go break even just purely because that was like a pip away. This is looking very explosive, so I'm already gonna go break even on it. That is already 26 pips. So yeah, we already break even on gold. So we'll move it down because we already went break even, but yeah. 80 pips hit on USD sells down for the day. Hey, beautiful.
GJ. Oh, there GJ goes. All right. We're going to have to wait for the 30 close on GJ. Potential position there. If we don't get GU. But buy stops there on GU. Nice 15-minute hold of that zone. So the idea is once we break these highs, we can start moving to the upside and then ultimately fill out this Asia range. All right, Chad. That's going to be our play. And then maybe in the next 15, if GU doesn't play, I'm going to look at GJ.
Jamie, it's balance and equity, bro. So whatever your closure is at on that day, it's 5% from that amount. So let's say you up 10% and that closes as your profit today. Tomorrow it's 5% from your 10% up. So your 5% up would be your max daily drawdown. Come on, get through your gold. If this again, guys, that previous all-time high and previous weekly high, if we can get above that, this thing can go for Asia highs. But as you said, that is the area this thing can turn around and go bearish again. So that is why we really break even here already. But this can be a very, very nice trade for us. 6% up on the phase 1 of the Friday for a banger account. Hey, that's awesome, bro.
Alright.
Come on, gold. Do it for us, baby. Okay, Chad, this is where we need to see how this thing runs for us. I want to see how we close here. Then we definitely can still go. There's 60 pips. Yeah, could really go for Asia highs here. Get a nice trade to start off London. So let's see where this trade goes for us. Nice 100 pips to start the day would be great.
Sheesh. 100.
Bro, I told you the cracker works in London. Us
Was this a
US
cracker?
study boys have to come and just remind the London guys how dangerous we are. We embrace volatility.
Hey, London. London getting some flack here.
Okay, guys. But obviously we are break even already, so you guys can see there.
Just bring it a little bit more right, Kigo.
Oh, sorry.
Perfect.
See where it was. So there is 60 pip, guys. That was, just so we can mark that out for everyone, that was TP for us. So anyone that wanted to go out at 60, that wasn't there.
Hey, Kigo's saying he's making a 10 pippers yearly salary on one trade.
Yeah, 10 pippers. I'm sorry, you guys were out at like the last city we stopped at. I mean, you guys were.
Yo, Kigo throwing shots yet.
You guys were out over there. I mean, this is
the man, Keegs.
This is you. This is the guy she told you not to worry about.
Oh,
that's
Kigo. No, man.
Okay, guys, this is now the previous weekly high. So like I said, this is the hold for us. If it breaks underneath that, I think it can go break even. But if that holds, we are good to go, yeah.
Yo, GU is playing a slow game here.
Come on, give us a nice. This would be a great trade to start the day.
Great success.
Very good, very nice. Fed for the week, the dippers.
Yeah, no, the dippers can call it a week. GU. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait, is that me? Is that me? Ah, chat. There we go. We are now also with Kigo. Oh, shit. Shit. Whoa. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's just monitor it, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, Chad, we're going to have to monitor this zone. We got to get through that zone right there. So that's the level that I'm going to monitor. But I think once we're through that zone, I think we're good for this next zone up here. And then ultimately that 28 pip target to the upside. So we're going to have to play it, yeah. Because look left with me, this is quite a key zone. If you look left there, rejection, rejection.
So I'm going to go P for TP quickly.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. So we're going to give it a little bit of time to cook here. That was the first try into that level. So we're going to need to see some candle closures above there. This ran about 8 pips. Let's check DXY. Alright, DXY is now making a move for the previous weekly high. Starting to break Asia lows. Let's check EU. Alright, EU also making its move now for Asia highs. GJ looking like it wants to give us that breakout above there. We're already in GU. The 30 closure here is also going to be critically important. And I want to say for me, the critical close here on the 30 is going to be above here. This for me is critical. And the reason I say that is a critical close for me is because that's more or less on Monday, where we basically topped out for the NYSE session. And then later into the evening, we got this pump up. So this zone right here, if we can hold that zone, I'm happy. In a winning situation, I want to see if we can close above this level, then I'm going to go break even. In a losing situation, there's not a lot we can do. And I say there's not a lot we can do because we are technically trading with the idea that Asia lows was taken. We had this nice liquidity sweep there, and that price will now proceed to fill out the Asia range. So by the time, if this candle or let's say the next candle decides to break down, this trade is only invalidated once we close back below the Asia lows. And at that stage, we can't manage anything. So unfortunately, there's no potential trade management in a losing situation. Shot, my brother. So this is a little bit of a ride and die situation, yeah. So we will, sometimes in life you have to commit. And if this 30 now in the next 4 minutes closes below this zone right here, then I might kill it. Just purely because we've already had a rejection there. And then if this one rejects as well, that is trouble, right?
Alright guys, so first thing, that's kind of why we went break even on this trade. We wanted to see that retest of that previous weekly high. If this fails, as I said, this is the turnaround point for gold, and I think gold's going to sell off now after this. Cheers. So literally, if this hits a break even, this is now my NASDAQ flipped. I'm now bearish on gold. So yeah, we'll just leave it, see how it plays out. We stuck to the plan. We did what we said we wanted to do, and then we can move and adjust from that.
That 10 is 10. No, we never got 10, my dude. Onto you. All right, chat. Fifth. Oh no, what? This is the 5. Sorry. Let's check the 30. All right, 2 minutes. Can the 30 do some work? I just want to see the 30 close above this little yellow zone. Then we're goody. If not, then I will just close the position manually. DXY. All right, DXY is also potentially closing below Asia lows. Let's check DXY. Yeah, DXY now going for that gap fill, it would seem. A little bit of a gap fill there to the left-hand side. So let's see, Chad. Let's see. First prize. The first prize is if this 15 closes above here. That will be absolutely, yeah. We're solid. What now?
Just trade holds, bro, and then we're good.
Boys sweating there.
The 10 pippers, Kyle, I know you were talking about 10 looks good. If you wanted, there's still 3 days worth of trading there for you if you want to take it.
I saw my 3 days, Chad. Yours, man is throwing shade, yeah.
So guys, you know it's all love.
So my 3 days worth of trading. Keegs.
No,
all right,
bro, you took 50. 50's 50, bro.
All right, that's your week done. Okay, in all seriousness, Chad, 30 seconds for this candle closure. 30 needs to hold above this zone. Like I said, first prize for us, that's going to be super beautiful, is if we can actually close above this little green box there. But still, nothing indicating that I must close this trade as of yet. Still showing me nice signs of bullish price action. 8 seconds to go. Can we see pound USD do a number here for us? Close above there. Just shy of it. No top wick, creating a bottom wick. All right. Okay, Chad, now things have changed quite dynamically. And I say quite dynamically because this is now our session high there. So now, once this candle flips bullish and we break that current session high, that is where I will go break even. Why? Somebody in the chat, let me know quickly why. Let's see if you guys are focused and alert. Why will I go break even once we hit the London high? Let's see who is actually taking notes on a daily.
Oh my guys, it's an easy answer.
It should be second nature for you. You should be so dialed in. Beautiful, beautiful volume. All right. We expect volume to come in there. Volume either way. We are prepared for both. There's either going to come volume in the form of this. Price is going to push up. It's going to break. It's going to get all the buyers excited. And once everyone is super excited, it is just going to reverse. And then some call it a fake out. I just call it a failed breakout. But then it's going to reverse, sucking in all of the late buyers, getting them involved in the trade. Or what's going to happen is anyone potentially trying to sell this little resistance area will then get absolutely mauled, and it's going to push through, and you're going to just see the buy volume continue. On a 15-minute basis, everything is still looking fine from the lows. You can see that we are still breaking minor structure to the upside. We have yet to form any type of support that then got broken down. So order flow is still bullish, but also we need to be very aware that we are trading into a major zone here. Let me just show you guys here on the 30. So we cannot deny that this is a major zone on the 30. And that is also a minor, or not a minor, that's actually a lower high structure there. Some will call it an order block or whatever. I just see this as one range. Let me just see what you guys are seeing. Okay. I just see this as a range. For me, my eyes are just focused on we are now in this range. Once we break out of this upper range, we will then go to the next range, which is that green zone there. This range there. And then once we break through that range, we'll go. So my eyes are always inclined to just seeing how the ranges form. And if we close in this one, then price will likely seek to go to the next range. So that's literally the way I trade. And then if we start breaking back below this range, then very likely we can come all the way back down here somewhere. All right, so then we can, from that range, start moving down here. That's how I establish my daily bias. That's how I basically read my charts. Previous weekly high.
Nizam, middle of March.
Here's a trade on gold as well, the wick fill. Taken on the flip now. It's about a 20 pip trade there for the wick fill. Our pound a little bit weaker than the euro this morning. Yeah, Chad, GJ currently rejecting Asia highs 193. Dollar index, okay, closing below Asia lows. Should technically now go for that wick fill. So things are still looking up here. Yeah, Euro is the stronger one. Let's look at Euro GBP. There you can check it. This is the Euro GBP chart, so you can see Euro is toppling the pound today. That's why Euro USD is almost halfway into the Asia range. Pound is still lower thirds of the range. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put our timed exit here. So on the close of the next candle, if we haven't moved, if we're still in and we're still ranging here, that's when I will kill it. So that's my timed exit there.
Gold's just as I said, that previous weekly high was always going to be the point of reversal. So closing underneath it, that's literally what we expected. So now we know where we stand for the rest of the day.
I think if you hold this 28.15, you're good. Nice little pullback into that zone. I actually think it's going to get through that level, dude, if I'm honest. If I'm very, very honest. Hourly, 30 minutes. Oh.
Come on, gold.
Do you take anything off? Not? Sheesh.
I said to the guys where they could take if they wanted. You stick to the plan. And that's break even, guys. There we go. Well, there you guys can see the trade. That was break even hit. So there we go.
Whoa. GU. No GU. Don't do this to the mans.
Nah, bro, they're just asking you to invest a little. Then it'll go your way.
All right, Chad. DXY below Asia lows. Now doing that retest. Gap is still open. I would expect that gap to be closed now. Seeing that we failed to hold the daily pivot, failed to hold Asia highs. Yeah, GU, I wouldn't have done anything differently. And like I mentioned, invalidation point for this trade is closures outside of this range. So if this 15 closes below this green little box here, so this is unfortunately where you sit tight and you hold on. $30 is still open. 30 is still open. GJ rejecting an area. As mentioned, we can only buy above there. Previous daily high, let's check the lower time frames. All right. This 15 is still open, so we're going to need to monitor that. Would I take shorts on GJ now? Not necessarily. Purely for the reason that we took Asia lows already. Asia highs are literally just eked, so I see this as potential liquidity sitting there. I'll just go full screen on my side quickly. I see this as potential liquidity to be ran, so shorts not. I'll rather miss the shorts, and I'll wait for closures above here, and then GU as well. Nothing too concerning or alarming yet. No top wick on this 30. There is a high probability we can flip bullish, but there's also a probability we just die down with no top wick. Sellers just coming in immediately at that level. Gold for me, there was no minor structure to trade off. So nothing for me there yet. This could be the test back into the Asia range. NASDAQ, not fully testing Asia lows now, starting to come down. US 30, same thing now at the EQ, rejecting that daily pivot. So could be a move into the daily S1, into that little pump area from yesterday. And then DXY, I would love to see a rejection here and then just that gap fill. And I think once the gap has been filled, we technically should either be break even or very close to hitting our TP. So let's see. Very slow morning. Very slow morning. But considering there's no major level 2 or level 3 news during London, it was always going to be a slow burn.
Yeah, there's taking nothing for London today.
Which province you guys from? We from Eastern Province. Hey, happy birthday, Dorito.
Hey, Dorito, happy birthday, bro.
It was his daughter's birthday over the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, there. Happy birthday to your daughter, my brother.
Top wick. Yo, how you doing, man? What pairs do you trade? I think it's Cape pairs, if I'm not. It's not your normal pairs. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, dude. No, I just saw the way pairs was spelled in my brain, so I do apologize for that. We trade predominantly. I can show you our watch list, and DXY we don't trade. We just use that as a little bit of a reference on the strength of the dollar for the day. US 30 we do trade. NASDAQ, I sometimes trade if there's a setup, not very often. For instance, last week I took 2 trades on NASDAQ. Gold we trade quite a bit. GU I also trade when there's an opportunity. I would also say that's one of my main pairs. And then GJ we also trade. So these, let's call it 5 we trade. And then DXY is purely just for reference. Referencing the index. Where's the 5 there? Chris, any reason you don't trade? Lawrence, it's I actually gave up on or not gave up. I just stopped trading a lot of the yen pairs when we had a lot of the currency manipulation going on from the Bank of Japan. My main reason for not really trading UJ is both of them are technically safe havens. If you think about it, the dollar is the reserve currency of the world, so it also has got like a little bit of a safe haven status. And then the JPY is obviously also a safe haven carry trade. So if there's risk off in the market, your JPY tends to rally with gold and the rest. So it's difficult to gauge fundamentally which one would be the stronger one. So you cannot really gauge it based off correlations with risk off or risk on moods. Similar to USD franc. The Swiss franc is also a safe haven flow. So yeah, that's the only reason I'm not a fan really of UJ. For that specific reason. Sure, how long ago were we on this chart? And even if you look on the daily, very overlapping. Very, very overlapping. If you consider this entire range is 220 pips, and this is basically from the start of the year. Let's check the Asia ranges. But look, you can literally trade anything. There's no right or wrong to say you have to trade this pair or this pair. I think it's just weighing up what works and what doesn't work for me. All right, Chad, let's see. GU eerily close. 2 candles with no top wick. That is quite interesting. That is very, very interesting. So obviously a lot of selling pressure coming into the market. DXY, minor rejection of that Asia low gap is still open. Euro looking a lot firmer than the pound this morning. Even if you look at Euro GBP, this is Euro GBP. Euro just absolutely mauling the pound here this morning. But let's see. Trade is still valid if we hold above this zone. So I cannot do anything as of yet. What I can say is if this 15 closes below this minor support zone, if we haven't been stopped out by then you can kill it. You'll save, what will we save? Yeah, like a third. More than happy to do that, because then what has happened is we've consistently been creating bullish order flow, and then all of a sudden we are now breaking minor structure to the downside. So that is the trade idea here. And then on the 30, while we are technically holding above this previous 30 low, this thing can still flip bullish and drive. This entire 30 that we spent all of this time coming down can just flip around, and you can get this next 30 closing something like this. Something like that. But all things considered, very low volume here this morning. The entire open range for London is currently 25 pips. That is your entire London range on GU. All right, here we go. Wait. 2 pips away. Let's check it. Is it 2 pips? I think it's more like 1 pip. Boom, out. All right, Chad. I get slipped on my stop a little bit. All right, Chad. That is the stop loss getting clapped there. Would I have done anything else? Nope. Nice test there on Asia lows. Nice hold outside of that zone. Unfortunately, running about 8. I think it was 8, yeah, 8.5. Then reversing on us. Would I try the short? Absolutely not. Shorts only below here. I can only short below there. 200 EMA on the 15 price also holding above it. So would I look for re-entries though? Let's look at the 30. Only way I can look for re-entries is if this 30 candle closes bearish, holding inside of the Asia range, and the next 30 actually closes above this zone right there. That's the only way I can look for re-entries. On the 15, it's going to be exactly the same thing. DXY, yeah, currently below Asia lows. This could be the final test before it drops down. US 30 is back at the EQ. A little bit of an equal low. I would expect this to be swept.
Mandler, the discount code only works on 2-step, guys. The discount codes are not for the 1-step.
Correct. And then gold, I would say I'm going to definitely look for potential longs above here, that weekly zone. If we get a candle closure above there, because look on the 15, we've basically tested Asia lows now. We've basically snapped this bearish order flow. All of this downward momentum has been snapped. This is your first pullback after taking out this lower high there. There was your break of structure. This is your first pullback. So I would consider buys above there. And then from there, I would expect us to push into Asia highs. But, and then GJ as well, like I said, I will just wait for that zone to be broken down. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah, guys, gold. I see some of you guys saying you're still in. Guys, it's as you said, we are definitely still there. For me, it's just trade management. That previous all-time high and previous weekly high. It's just a key area for markets to turn around. Again, does still look very, very nice. Obviously, that was a perfect retest of Asia lows, and now it's going bullish again. So if you guys decide to hold, that's perfect for you guys. But keep in mind, as I always say to guys, I am more a New York trader, so I'll take my jabs here and there in London. But if I can go risk-free, keep myself ready for New York, then I'm going to always do that. So it's just how I would manage my trades. Yes, that is a very nice trade. You can still hold on to it. The guys are already back up again, but that's personally just up to you guys how you want to manage it. But those that are still in, well done.
Chad, I just want to point out, I did mention this thing can still be bullish while it's holding above the previous 30 low. Would I be bleak if this entire candle flips now in the last 5 minutes? I'm gonna be bleak, Chad. I'm not gonna say, oh, ooh, emotions. That's gonna be cuck. That is gonna honestly be super cuck if this entire thing flips bullish now and it runs.
Yo, Kyle, 100%, bro. That's what we need in these hot summer days now. I just don't know if my trading skills would be that zoned in, but yeah.
Would I be bleak? I would be bleak, Chad. Just to show you. And it wouldn't be the first time. And that's the thing. That's just part of this game we play. There it is. It literally literally pipped us. But anyways. No man, Keeks, what are they doing to us here on
Hey bro, I had a break even, so I'm chilled. You
No, I took a chin shot. Sweet chin music here.
back up to entry.
A young Shawn Michaels there.
Yeah, the gold trade, I mean, flip, that thing's already back up almost 25 pips.
Let's see how we can get involved here with gold.
Again, I think once it breaks that
No,
level again, bro,
I have
that's,
to trade once we're above there. Chad,
Yeah.
I can't execute here, Chad. We've already tested that level. Look left with me. That is a major zone. So once we get a closure above there, 100%.
Yeah, then it's game on.
100%. Then I think we're ready to go. So if this 15 in the next 4 minutes can close above here, it's go time. It is game time. Keeks, US 30, would you consider buying the EQ now with the double test?
No,
So you don't like a double test.
No,
You
I
want
don't
one
like a
test,
double
a
test,
one and done.
that's it.
Okay.
If I was in, and for example, it hadn't gone break even and it was giving me retest, like 100%, but not if I was already break even and now it's come back at no.
Yes, the GU, son of a gun. Yeah, GU Chad, if we get a 15 close above here and it does not run away from us, that zone, I will take a re-entry. Right, because the trade is still valid. We're still holding Asia lows. Unfortunately, getting pipped. But if we get a candle closure, something like this, maybe even this candle pops up in the next 2 minutes. Not impossible. And we close like that, then I'm going to go for it. All right.
Bro, you literally got wicked there. Maybe you need to do that. Start scaling in, bro.
No.
Give
I'm
you
not.
that edge.
No, I'm not a scaler.
I think that's what you need, bro.
I think leave the scaling to the bodybuilders.
Just think about it, bro. Just think about it. We're planting that seed there.
No. I'm good. GU, what is GU doing? GU.
Peter, you know, all you do, bro, the return shot is you just ask him how keto is going.
No man, is the bodybuilders not always scaling like their foods, putting it on scales and stuff?
Is that what you're going with?
Yeah. Chad, like I said, the invalidation point is if price closes below the Asia range. That was literally a pipette. I don't even think it's a pip. That is what is that? That is like a pipette, just like. Thank you. Come again. Etienne, who said I haven't already ran 100 miles? Maybe I just did it over a year, not in 1 day. All right, Chad. Hourlies have closed. Let's check the hourlies here quickly. GU still closed bullish on the hourly. 15-minute. Still holding Asia lows. I'm going to wait for that break of structure. Like I said, the idea, there's no short idea for me. Unlucky they're getting pipped. GJ, same thing. Also, I don't want to short. I'm still going to look for those buys above there. Do think it's going to be a clean move. Gold now, very, very interesting. An aggressive play now would be actually executing now the rebreak of this 15 with the idea that we can go and retest that previous weekly high. Do I want to do it? No, I don't want to.
Chris.
I don't want to, and I'm going to tell you guys why. The validation point for me is this one here, the level Keeks also managed from. So Keeks traded from the Asia lows to that level. So I would rather sit out these couple of pips here and wait for a nice candle closure above here, which I think is going to be a much cleaner move. So that is my idea there. That is the previous weekly high and also the previous all-time high. DXY almost at that wick fill zone. We spoke about Asia lows, so things actually playing out beautifully there. The EQ, Keek said, is not a fan of a double touch there, so we'll wait for Asia range. And then GU, yeah, unfortunate events here.
You can go for it, bro.
For what? For gold?
The EQ.
No. I like just the Asia range. I don't like double bottoms like this where the low wasn't taken. How did the 30 close? 30 closing weak, bearish. No bottom wick though. Skaal om papi op die skaal. Is min maar is in. Keeks, you'd also look at re-entries on gold once we're above there.
Yeah, at least I know we consider above that level though. I won't take it anywhere else.
GU. GU. That no bottom wick out at break even. Dylan, it can go both ways. As the sales went down, the no bottom wick can literally pump it up now as well. That's why I said if we are lucky, we can get a potential move from here. Otherwise, what you'll likely see is with all of these test on Asia lows, you're just gonna see some teleportations happening. But I would love if it's got a bottom wick. Even if it just quickly flips around, creates a bottom wick, and then flips back bullish. And then, yeah, GJ, I like above here. That little box there. I like. Into that daily R1. Holding above the 193. Multiple rejections off this level. And then we would have... Okay, I'll take that off. We're not gonna cry over spilled milk. What do you say, Keeks?
Not worth it. Not worth it.
One pip and you don't make it. One stop loss too much and your account blows. Bro, we should actually do a reel with that. What was the movie? Friday? No, it's not Friday night. Chad, what movie was that? I think it's Al Pacino. Football movie. Chad, what was that movie? Where he gave that speech where he's like, talking about the inches that's all around us. It's not facing the Titans, but Chad, Al Pacino, work with me here. I need you guys to work with me. Al Pacino. Keeks, you gotta remember, any given Sunday. Keeks, we gotta do the any given Sunday, facing the Giants. Every other Sunday. Any given Sunday, every other Sunday. Let's actually see. Every other Sunday sounds any. I feel like any given Sundays, yeah. Is it Al Pacino? Yeah. Chad, what do you rate the reel on that? $10 pips short of your TP and you don't quite make it.
So close. It's so
5.2% on your funded account and you blow it. Oh, we as well. At one stage, it was like our coach. He played it once and it was cool, and then like the entire, we were like, dude, it's cool for maybe like a final or something, not every weekend. Like that's, yeah. He was milking at Keeks for what it was worth.
Oh, bro, that was like.
Did you guys also listen to it? I was like, hey man, you son of a gun. I joined the 10 pip Lawrence.
The 10 pip gang.
The 10 pip. Yeah, for the guys that made it, or maybe your stop loss was a little bit bigger. I'm cack bleak, Chad. Fuck, I'm bleak. Sorry for my language. That's the thing. I should have just moved it a tiny bit because I mentioned that 30. But anyways, fuck it. Let's keep it moving. On this 15, please do monitor this zone. I do think we pipped it. No bottom wick on this 15. So I'm not saying that it's going to reverse to create a bottom wick. It doesn't need to necessarily. For instance, if you look at that candle there, no top wick, and it just continued to flush down. So there's no need for it to have a bottom wick. It just shows that there was a lot of buying straight off the rip from that level. Okay, now, if you are still in on my broker terminal, this is where you go break even, because this is where you want to see volume come in. And I also think this is where the trade is up almost, if I'm not mistaken, around about 10. Close to 10. But this is where you go break even. This is where you want to see the volume come in. So for the guys that were still in, this is where you go break even. And now you start shifting your focus to this zone here. This is your next area of contention. That zone up there, and then once it's through there, you go for your flat body resistance area up there. So Kigo. What cock is this, bro? These market makers taking my liquidity.
They're targeting you, bro.
Bro, they're targeting me.
They saw where your entry was, and I'm like, we just need to go get that man out. Take those big lots out, and then we'll carry on.
Oh, Chad, that was the plan. Beautiful, beautiful analysis. Just unlucky. Sometimes there's not an answer for everything. As much as traders always want to have an answer for everything, this is just literally one of those days you got wicked. Idea was there, framework was there. It happens. That zone is more up there.
Yo, Chris, you must just get the Enigma, bro. Then they'll know where you're.
The Enigma?
Yeah.
What is that? The euro on data 2.
Then
Enigma. You know there's a euro.
Oh, yeah.
Have you not seen it? Let me show you.
Then you can avoid those getting stop loss hunted, bro.
It's this purple little thing on data. There's Enigma.
Oh, okay,
It's got the black hole, that ulti.
Yeah, I do know
Very,
that
very
character.
powerful ulti, Enigma.
Talking of that, guys, actually, hold on. So I got it as a early little birthday present, and I must say I've been stuck on it. Bro, have you played the new Dragon Age? Have you never played Dragon Age? No. Chad, hold on. Who here in the chat has played Dragon Age? You cannot tell me I'm the only person here that plays Dragon Age. Steven, it is the 2G's indicator, but you can just use pivot standard. You won't. Yeah, you'll get the no, wait, you won't. Yeah, the one you're looking at, Steven, that is the 2G's indicator. Yeah, but anyway, guys, yeah, that new Dragon Age. I mean, I played the old ones like when we were growing up, like Dragon Age 2 and those ones and all that. But the new Dragon Age Vanguard, I must say, actually very, very good. So if you are a Dragon Age fan and you haven't bought it, definitely try it out. Alright, what's USD doing? So USD holding that EQ again. Interesting. Sure, bro. That would have been a nice 15 pips here. Things could have been different, bro. Could have been very different. Have we got the feedback there? No, I'm just telling you. He just told me we got it. He's sending me the email. Once Chris got pipped out, I knew it was going to fly. Daddy FX.
Damn you, daddy.
Oh, Chris, just give it up on GU. Hey, bro. GU and gold. I mean, the guys that held gold, you basically, I think like 40 pips up again. Or 30, 40, somewhere around there. Oh, GU did the guys dirty. It's tough scenes out here today. Very, very unlucky. Yo. It's still holding there, guys, so not running just yet. I guess 10 is 10. Oh, Chad. You guys are doing him dirty, yeah. This is the start of Chris's villain arc here, guys. Oof. Yeah, gold's looking very good again. The guys that were holding that still back at that key area, so that's what we're gonna watch there. The dollar also just failed now at the monthly pivot, guys. Remember, as we said we were waiting for, that just failed. Yeah. Skyline, R34, Skyline every day, bro. R34 every day of the week. Super is dope, 100%, but I'm a R34 guy. If I had that in my garage, I could die a happy man. And if you ask Chris is gonna come and be like, M3 competition. Alright, let's see. Can gold close there? Technically it closed underneath, guys. Peter, I think he's referring to obviously the Mark IV, not the Mark V. I mean the Mark IV was that's an icon. But who remembers, guys, when the new Supra came out, that Mark V? That to me was always the funniest thing. That obviously we know it's basically BMW, which at the end of the day wasn't a bad partnership. You've got JDM styling with German build quality, so it wasn't a bad partnership. But the funniest thing for me was the fact that when you still started the car, the home, the entertainment area section would literally still start with a BMW logo. Yeah, that was the funniest thing for me. I don't know what we're listening to, guys. No way, really. Yeah, go look back at it, guys. You can go look at videos from like the launch editions and stuff. So many guys made videos on it. Is there a free trading plan on Discord? Yes, there is, my brother. Go to the free Discord, go education section, and there you'll find there's a free trading plan. No, 100%. That's what I said. That they're both two iconic cars. Alright, guys. Chris he's heartbroken over there. In all honesty, bro, so I haven't really followed in a long time. But I used to basically always be a PSG fan. PSG. Then when it came to, for example, La Liga, I was always a Barca fan. And then Premier League. Premier League, bro. I can't actually tell you when last I watched Premier League. But yes, is what I used to be a Chelsea guy back in the day, but like I haven't watched Premier League in a very long time. Chris, I can't find your Asia range video. Huh? What do you mean you can't find the Asia range video? Like, do people even look? I mean, if I'm go there now, it's the ICT one. Yeah, it's ICT. Don't watch this if you like ICT. That just shows you didn't watch the video. That's how you get caught out. You actually have to watch the videos and then you see all the nuggets that are in there.
Okay, Chad, GU, son of a gun.
I looked on YouTube, it wasn't there. Kelly, we just told you where it is. Like I even dropped a link over there for you. It's right there.
Chad. Anyways, Chad, so looking at gold, we have to close above that level. 30-minute is going to close in the next 4 minutes. Either 30 close or a 15 close, ideally. Nice closure above that previous weekly high. And I will go for it. 100%. Got a little wick to fill. DXY absolutely shit in the bed now as well. There's that gap filled. Going for that previous daily low up next. Euro already at Asia highs or close to it.
Jex, yeah, I would say it's holding for me, bro. Once it breaks below, then I'd say it's done, but I would say it's holding for now.
What is that, Kigo?
NASDAQ holding daily pivot for the grabber kick. Lords, put your volume up, brother.
Why is your audio soft? 1 2 1 2. I think the audio should be good.
Everyone says audio is perfect.
Okay, here we go, Chad. This could be the last bullet for the sesh. Gold. 50-minute closure above. The level we're monitoring is 2817.205. That is if we close above. Can gold close above? Gee, just hurting our feelings here this morning. I think I did smack a 1-to-1. Yeah, 15. Yeah, there's a 1-to-1. Would expect it now to go and complete the Asia range. GJ test on the previous daily high. I'm actually, even if we, let's say we cut the streams, I'm actually going to set an alert above here. That little zone there. Let's just remove this maybe. That zone above there, I'll look for the logs. Yeah, GU is cooked for me. We had our idea there. You obviously want to get it as close as possible to the Asia lows. Gold 1 minute 45. Can it do? And then US 30. Yeah, nothing for me yet. How's this 30 gonna close? What do you all think about this FTMO move? No, it's good. FTMO is a very big business, guys. I told you last year already. They bought two of the biggest liquidity providers. So Oanda's, in all technicality, buying Oanda small fry. Them buying one of the world's biggest prop firms, legitimate prop firms. Then after that, buying two of the biggest, like FTMO is a money printing machine. One of the biggest taxpayers in Czech Republic. Quantlane, yeah, bought Quantlane, massive. Chad, you know what? I'm actually gonna go for it here. We close slightly below that level, but I'm actually gonna set a buy stop above these highs. I'm actually gonna set a buy stop above those highs there with a 30 pip stop, and I will be targeting Asia highs. Alright, I will be targeting this flat body resistance area there for 57. So buy stops just, let me just set. What is the TP zone there? 23. Okay, there we go, Chad. I've set some buy stops here with the simple idea that after failing at this level once, I do think we can get through that level and start moving our way back up into the Asia range. Asia lows have been tested, also been swept, and then I want to see a move into this previous upper end zone. Also looking on the 30, nice strong closure on the 30, holding the 15. So as a minimum, I would expect 28.20. And then after that, the Asia range to be filled. All right, Chad, that is me activated. I am in the gold trade. I got filled at 28.1804. That is my full there. Stop loss is a hard 30. And break even point for me is going to be 28.20. And then from there, we'll see if we can get a nice clean push into these eyes.
Come on, Chris. You got this, bro.
Hey, Kigo.
Bring it home.
See ya. Actually, where I will go break even, chat, I'm talking nonsense, is here. This is where I'll go break even there. That's the London eye. So that's where I'll go break even. And then what I will say is, if this 15 closes below this previous weekly high, then I'll also kill the trade. Then my idea of expecting us after this failure and then expecting us to punch through is invalid. So break even zone is basically the London high, and then for further continuations I'm going to monitor 28.20, and if we can get through 28.20, then ultimately we're going to go for this flat body area, not the entire Asia range, but this little flat body area there. Alright. I'm going see if we've done any tests there. I think some headlines are coming out.
There shouldn't be anything.
And that was the test, yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, on the lower time frame. That was the lower time frame test. What I can say, if we want to be aggressive with the risk management on this, is if on the 5 we close something like this. If we close something like that, we can kill it. Then very likely we're not going to hold above that level now in session, but that on the lower time frame was the test. There you can see all of those rejections on the 5 minute and no top wick on this 5. Pushing down, testing that level, flip bullish now, start breaking up. And round about 12 pips up, we will go break even. Because I technically see all of this, Chad. Let me just see. I technically see all of this as correction. So at one stage, we are going to basically resume the next leg up. This was your impulse leg. And this is your corrective leg. So at one stage, you're going to get another impulse leg to the upside. Maybe this could be the start of it. I don't know. But for me personally, I'm just going to take it level by level. See if we can grab a move here. What is DXY doing? No, DXY is weak.
I think it looks good, bro. 5 minute looks good.
Yeah, I would just love if we can break there. I just want to go break even. Obviously, I don't want to get switched in twice in a session. That could be absolutely detrimental to the morale.
Yeah.
Not that we haven't been switched in twice in a session. I think I've been switched in like 4 times in a day. So, but obviously we try and win as much as we can. It's maybe a design idea for the next drop gigs. Shawn Michaels and then a losing chart and of him like kicking up into the stop loss and it's like you've been switching. I'm actually thinking Mo must actually do a motion graphic for us that if we get stopped, it's Shawn Michaels coming across the screen and it's this guy sitting at his desk and instead of saying
Finish him,
it's like you've been switching. Oh. You've been switching. All right, chat, 2 minutes left. What I am going to say, because we're so late into the session, if we cannot close above this zone here, that zone there, I'm just going to kill it, all right? Look left with me. That was the most recent little support structure there that got broken down. I want to see this 15 close above, then I'm more than happy to hold it. I would actually love to see this 15 just break the London eye. If we cannot hold above that level, I'm just going to basically kill the trade. But ideally, I want to see what we're going to do at London eye. If we can tap that level, go break even, and then see if we can just continue up. That's going to be the ideal plan. We've got 2820 next offer number there. But ultimately, for me, the most important level is this one here. And then London eye. So let's see. I'm just going to be a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, taking that little Shawn Michaels switch in earlier. We just want to manage our risk here. It's more a thing of mental fortitude that you just want to protect. So 1 minute 30 left. Got to close above that zone. If we cannot close above that zone, dollar starting to make a comeback now. We just need, I want to see a closure above that red zone. So let's check it here. 1 minute left. Can gold do it? Can gold do it? Close above there. Keep the boys in the game. Ooh, it wants to keep us in the game. Shit, we're still in the game, boys. 30 seconds to go. Oh, oh. Okay, chat, that's break even. Let's go. Let's go. Break even. Let's move the break evens now. Gold needs to do it now for the boys. Alrighty. Okay, next up, 2820. If you got switched in a little bit earlier, nothing wrong with getting off the bus at 2820. Nothing wrong there. I'm break even on a trade. There's your London eye. That 15 closing nice and firmly above there. Let's monitor 2820, see if we can grab a little bit of a big one here. I'm going to drop down to the 5. Let's micromanage this bad boy. But yeah, 28.20. Let's go. That looks good. That feels good. Dollar making somewhat of a comeback here. I just want to see if there's any headlines that came out. A little bit of a risk off move here, considering that NASDAQ and US 30 started easing. Okay. Okay. We see you. We see you, gold. That's going to be almost 18. I want to see what we do at 28.20. Can we make a run for it here today?
Guys, quick one. Is anyone still in from the original? Or did you guys take your TPs when you guys were back up again? I remember some of you said earlier you stayed in the trade. Are you guys still in, or did you close out when you were back in profits?
Okay, chat. Okay, lock it in. Yeah. Now we're going to the 1 minute. Now things are getting serious. Oh my goodness.
I added positions. Woo! Yes, so when you got both the G's, you guys add positions. Now yokes are milking it, yeah. I held since the earlier trade. Woo! So people that held from the earlier trade, you guys are up, I think, like 80 pips now, 90 pips. Because when we got stopped, that was 60 pips. We were up. So, no, you guys should be...
Okay, Chad, we're going to monitor this 28.20. See if we can make a move away from us 28.20. Oh, here we go, Chad. Oh my goodness, Chad. 10 pippers, week made. That's already 3 days almost in the bag.
Alright, see, now you're the one taking cheap shots, guys. You see.
Woo! No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Chad. I'm just taking the piss out here. Alright, let's see.
I like to see how I rubbed off my boy. He's going back to the good old ways.
No, but I've been since last week. Like the 10 for me is doesn't work for me.
2G's one of these big boy trades.
All right, Chad. Let's just let's stay focused here. The 15, beautiful. At what stage do I call it greed? That's all I want to figure out here. At what stage am I greedy, Keeks?
I left 50 on the table, bro. So, we'll, yeah, 55, just under the 60.
You see, I won't be able to live with myself. Look, we've made a new high.
At this point, have you made back what you lost? And
basically, no. Okay, Chad, I locked it in here. I'm gonna tell you why. I locked in 25. It's not life changing or anything. The only reason I'm taking the 25, same what Keek said, is if you look at it, we've created a new high on the session. There is the odd chance, or not the odd, technically you should create like some type of pullback, because this is now a new high on the session. I'm just going to take something off, guys. Literally just basically bringing me back to break even, less commissions. And that for me is a win. What do you rate, Keeks?
Nah, bro, I'd take it. The fact
basically
you
reset.
took
You
reset.
Yeah.
If you didn't take that first one, I would say be holding this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and then I'll just move it in. For instance, like behind the 15. Let's say
example, now
putting your stop there.
Yeah, because my thing is, I mean, now you can trade New York session, for example, and that gives you the possibility to still finish the day in profits now.
Sorry, Chad, I closed. Wait, let me tell you exactly where I closed. 28.20, 51. 28.20, 51. There. That's where I closed it.
I don't know with that.
But yeah, Chad, I do, like I said, at one stage, we are going to get the next impulse move. This could have been the start of it. I don't know. This thing, I could be crying a little bit later. Oh, Chris, did you see gold? It's trading at the previous daily high. You're such a cunt, whatever. No. And then, for instance, GU as well. GU, the idea played, we literally got pipette. What did I call it? A pipette, eh? That's the smallest. So, yeah, not a bad day.
Nah, not at all, bro. Again, just getting started.
But that is me.
Just getting started.
Chad, sorry, it is me now. It is me. It is Chris. No, I'm kidding. I still like the GJ trade. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I'm just going to turn off all the indicators and the rest. But what I want you to look at is this 193 level. Basically from last week, Wednesday. Look at all of the reactions off this level. So basically almost for an entire week now, we've been trading around this level. That's actually where we rejected on Friday as well, gap down. So I do want to see a closure above. Will I take it out of session? I might, just purely because I do expect a big push away from this volume. Big push away from this level. Yes, dude, big push away from this volume. So that's why I'm going to monitor the zone quite carefully. I'm going to actually set some alerts a little bit higher. But we're holding the previous daily high. I like the GJ trade as well. And then gold obviously doing a number here. So what I would suggest is if you had a solid session so far, you can either go for the full TP that I've set up there. That's 56. Or what you can do is you can basically trail your stop loss behind the 15-minute candles as they print. So putting your stop loss there, and now this 15 closes, it creates a bottom wick, breaks the high, then you basically move your stop loss in. So you give the trade as much room to move. And let's say your stop loss is there, and the next 15 candle prints a weak bullish, a weak bearish candle, then keep your stop loss below the last bullish candle. Then wait for another bullish candle and then you move it. If you really want to like try and milk this move, because like I said, there's a very high probability that this could be the start of the next impulse leg, what we had here. All right. But Chad, W Day Keeks, thanks so much, my brother. Is there any closing remarks that you want to leave before we...
Nah, not at all. Guys, again, the trade ideas were just on point today. Nothing wrong with them. Starting it nice and strong. Always good to be in London for a little bit. But you know what it's about. We're going to just warm up. And then we're going to bring the heat for New York session. But yeah, Chris, thanks for having me, brother.
No, I really appreciate it, Kigo. A little bit slower than a normal day. But guys, we've got myself and Keeks back at 4. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Close the charts if you've made some money. Do not get yourself into trouble. Peace and love, baby. Cheers, cheers.
Cheers, Chad.
Kill the operation. It ain't fair, but I feel like we the nation. To raise the flag and It's okay to be on top like forever, man. This is hard fucking beeping after aliens. We on top of the world, we the sapiens. Do you understand massive complication there? Do you really think you know what I'm made of? My flow is so magical, I'm old, call me Gandalf. You can shine, but I'm about to go off. Heard me wanna believe what I'm saying, but I cannot do this at all. Welcome to reality, there's no way back.
Step right up for another amazing bang by Lex Blazing Daddy Paul. Touchdown to Heathrow, DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn the shoot to a freak show. Look through the peephole, everybody geek, yo. Need to get go with an extremely deep. See 6 midgets that be fighting, juggling. Maybe it's just me, cause my mind is struggling. Babes, boyfriend is acting like a clown. Know what's going down every time that we are down. Take a look through the peephole, yo. Everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them neeks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club into a freak show. Eating rotten apples, dirty bass that be coming at you. Roller coasters like a supernova around the ring master, this my tabernacle. See you screaming, I'm like, what for? Oh, you pop? Yeah, I got popcorn. I've been wake up on the wrong lawn, so we won't stop. It's a lost cause. Take a look through the peephole, yo, everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them neeks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. To a freak show.
Faded in this dark and smoky room. Way out, face reflecting bright green, brights and blues. You know I kinda want to disappear with you, but I don't think that is what I drown them out at night with my TV. Try to ignore these thoughts that go back and forth inside my head. Stressed out before